Right, everyone, Mark's been sacked. I brought Kyle in for tonight. Mark, you miserable git. I've got Kyle in. How you doing? You all right?
Not bad. I've got a bit of lit room as well. I'm not a zombie in the dark.
Oh, you're not as on this. Let's hope you're more upbeat as well. Right, we're going to be talking about Leicester tonight. Obviously, we're talking about the tune last night with Mark. We're going to be talking about what we're up against this weekend as well. So, as you know, in opposition, when we look at the opposition, we'll go through their stats. So let's just crack on for Kyle. So the last 6 fixtures, I'll put it on screen for everybody. They've won 3, lost 3 in the league. Obviously getting beat the big two, obviously Man United and Liverpool, which you would expect them to get beat, but they've been beaten off Bournemouth. And they picked up the Wolves. The Wolves win looks surprising now because Wolves have started pretty well. Beating Southampton away and Huddersfield at home. Scored 11 goals. That's a lot. But they've conceded a massive 10. Do you think we're in for a high-scoring game?
Well, the last couple of times we've played Leicester was 3-2 up here and then 2-1 down there. So, that's 8 goals in the last 2 fixtures. So, I expected to have at least a couple of goals at the weekend, mind, because their defence hasn't been very good. We haven't. It's a tricky one because our attack hasn't been fantastic, but Leicester's has, to be fair. Iheanacho scoring last weekend, Vardy scoring last weekend. But I was expecting Leicester to have a better defence because Harry Maguire and obviously all the hype he's took from the World Cup and things. I was expecting a bit more from him, but yeah, I honestly do think it'll be a high scoring game, mind.
They've only kept 1 clean sheet, which is against Wolves, and you've got Johnny Evans, which we'll talk about in a second, Morgan, and Maguire to touch upon as well. They're sitting 9th in the league. Some people might say it's too early to say where they'll finish in the league table, but you expect Leicester to be somewhere around about that position come the end.
Yeah, they've got a lot of firepower. They've got Vardy, Iheanacho, Damari Gray's not playing at the weekend, but they've got him. They've got some fantastic players there. Midfielders, Silva, I think it is.
Yeah, can he get in the side? Can he?
No, but he's still a fantastic player. They've got so much talent and a lot of firepower. They haven't
failed to score yet.
Exactly. So our defence is in for a rough weekend, mind, because if we play like we did against Palace defensively, we'll be okay. But they do have a lot of firepower, and it is going to be a hard game for Newcastle.
So how do you stop that? How do you stop Vardy? We play deep anyway, so I don't think there'll be many space in behind our defence anyway. So
no.
Do you think?
I think Rafa will have a game plan to make sure Vardy's quiet, because Vardy.
He needs space in behind, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays on the last man all the time. So Rafa make sure that there's a game plan for him, and especially Iheanacho, the great at counter attacking with pace, Leicester. So you make sure that isn't a problem in the game, because it can be said Newcastle are vulnerable to counter attacking, because when Yedlin flies up the wing, we can be a bit weak in behind and dumb at the same because he's a bit slow getting back at times. And I've noticed a lot this season. It's a lot easier for teams to get in behind our midfield, and when our midfield's high up the pitch, it's really hard because it take ages in getting back. So Leicester could exploit that, and it could be a danger for it.
I don't think we'll have many. I don't think we'll give them much space, so it might be they might have to conjure up something else. Now, I just want to touch upon their summer transfer. They've actually spent quite a little bit of money. Just running through these as well. Johnny Evans, 3.6 million. Danny Ward, the goalkeeper, 12.5 million. Rachid Ghazel, who's been their, I guess, replacement for Mahrez. He's looked lively. Filip Benkovic, I don't know much about him. He was 13 million. Kagla Soyuncu, if I pronounced that right, 19 million. We can only dream of spending this kind of money. Ricardo Pereira, they're right back, nearly 20 million. James Maddison. Now, when I looked at James Maddison, 22.5 million, I thought, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money for a championship player. 22.5 million. But he surprised me, man. He's got 3 goals, and there is talk the last 10 days or so that he could be on the verge of a next England call-up. Do you think he's creative? He looks very creative. Do you think we need to stop him? Do you think he can get an England side? I
don't see why not, because I think where England struggled in the World Cup was creativity, and a lot of Newcastle fans, especially myself, crying saying, "Look, John Shelby should be in that side." But if James Maddison is causing problems for opposition, but with his creativity, then why not? He deserves a chance just like everybody else. If Danny Welbeck can still get in the side when he just hardly plays for Arsenal, then anybody should be able to get into the side. But that's a topic for another day about England.
Yeah, well, he's got 3 goals in 6 games in the Premier League for midfielder, which is pretty decent. So
he's got an assist or 2 as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's got a lot of creativity. And Gezel, the right winger, is their replacement. Very similar to Mahrez as well. Yeah. Now, let's have a look at, speaking of the lineup, so we are talking about Leicester will play a similar formation to us, which is almost like the 4-2-3-1. So it was Schmeichel in goal, then it was Pereira at the right back. Johnny Evans played last time, but I got the funny feeling Wes Morgan might come in for that. Maguire, Chilwell, who's predominantly now, he was back up, rotated last season, made that left back his own.
Yeah.
And Ndidi and Mendy, those 2 holding midfielders, and then you've got the floating 3, which is Gezel, Maddison. Demarai Gray would start, but you would think it'll be Iheanacho now, and then Vardy up top. Where's the threat from that lineup, do you feel?
Vardy, definitely, because like his pace is it's just terrifying for defenders. Like, since he's came into the Premier League, he's averaged 15, 16 goals a season. Yeah. And like his pace is terrifying. Iheanacho as well. He's really fast. James Maddison with his creativity. They've got a lot of firepower. Leicester, and if we don't play as well as I know we can. If we have an off game defensively, we could get beat by 2 or 3. Like, the Leicester's team's that good, and we've got to show them the respect that they deserve.
Now, they are conceding a lot of goals. They've conceded 10 and 6. So, do you think the likes of Ndidi and Mendy, what they don't, or do you think it could be Morgan? Because I don't think Morgan's as good as what he used to be. Do you think we can get at them? Because if you look at their Ndidi and Mendy, you don't think are they really going to boss our midfield? And then you think of Morgan and Maguire, you think slow. I know they're strong, what have you, but the problem that I think we've got is we haven't got that nimble striker who can burst through, and that's where Perez causing problems in the away game, which you were at earlier on. And Mutu, perhaps. Do you think you'll go with that?
I would start Mutu up. I'll start Mutu up top at the weekend, because I honestly don't think like Rondon or Jostler booting the ball up to them. I don't think it'd be much good against Leicester, because Harry Maguire lives for
same as Morgan. Football. Yeah, they'll expect that one.
Morgan, they love that type of football, and especially on corners, they're going to be really dangerous to deal with, because as Harry Maguire showed at the World Cup, he knows how to put a header away. So like, it is worrying. But I'd play Mutu at the weekend, because they've shown by conceding 11 goals that pace is hurting them. So we need to get at them and use pace, I reckon, definitely.
Right, I'm going to get a score prediction off you then.
You're not.
I knew I wouldn't, because he didn't give them. Do you think? No. Well, let me rephrase that. Do you think we'll pick up something then?
It's a strange one with Newcastle, because like, I don't want to be so negative, because we haven't won a game yet, but it is starting to become like a monkey on the back kind of thing. Yeah. Now, like, we need to get the win. Like, I want what to win. Like, don't get us wrong. It's a must win. Like, for me, it's a must win game, because I says after I think it was the Man City game, we're going into Palace and Leicester, that we needed to pick up a win out of those 2 games. Otherwise, I could see panic really descending among the fan base, and worrying where the first win's going to come from, especially with United away after Leicester.
If I go to Man United away, who knows? We could be the team that sacks Mourinho. We could be that team. Oh
my God!
I think I'm going for a win. I've said it against Palace, but I'm trying to be optimistic. I think we've got to win at some point.
If we can play, like, there's been a couple of performances this season where you could say, if Newcastle play every week, we'll win more than we'd lose. So it just depends on which Newcastle turns up, really. Like,
we've got to win a game sooner or later, and it's going to come. So I'm going to go for a win, and I think we need that win to come quickly. But Kyle, that is it. You're much more lively than the person last night. Do you want any messages to that person?
I sent them at the start, to be fair. It was up lit room, and I'm well lit up.
We're just having a little dig at Mark. Mark, hi, if you're watching, we love you really. Right, Kyle, thank you very much for coming on. I'll see you in a couple of days as well. Watch what you're doing, everyone. See you good night. Bye bye.